This is how I plan my trading week before the week has even started. And as we can see, this is the trade that I took this week. And honestly, at the start of every month, I'll always look at the monthly time frame. And even midweek, sometimes I'll look at the monthly time frame because in a sense, we are predicting the monthly candle, especially with swings. Like, is DXY going to go high to these draws like we predicted, or these draws, then these draws, etc. And then I'll go down the time frames with what I see on the monthly, mark out highs, what I see on the weekly, what I see on the daily, and then etc. Like this week, we went to the weekly and we saw this weekly fair value gap. We reacted off this weekly fair value gap and started displacing higher, but we don't enter on the weekly time frame, because if we entered on the weekly time frame, we just never catch a trade, or especially in the daily range, like the full week we're predicting. And the reason with that is because we plan on the monthly and weekly because they hold more value. But if we just traded purely on a weekly candle, in the week we'd never catch or get a good entry on a trade like this. And that's when we go to the 4 hour after we check the daily and weekly, because we see this weekly fair value gap. We've came deep into this weekly fair value gap, and then we've started to displace higher. Now on the 4 hour, we displaced through this 4 hour fair value gap, retraced, and people probably got an entry here, lower the week here to trade higher to these draws, and that is literally exactly how the trade played out. But it's so simple, like it's so easy, it's so simple, but the only reason why people can't capitalize on a trade like this, like I could give you this full weekly outlook at the start of the week, and people would still end up taking losses because they'd get in too early, they'd get in and see a little bit of drawdown and exit. Like, they can't mentally hold the trade. And if they did lose after I'd given this outlook, they'd probably revenge trade and end up just blowing their full account. For example, what I'm saying is trading's so hard. Like, I could give this outlook to anyone with a little bit or a decent amount of trading experience, but their psychology's all over the place. They just end up blowing their account, or they just end up revenge trading, or trying to get in too early and getting stopped out and putting their stops at stupid levels that make no sense. And that's why trading is so hard, because you can have the right plan, you can have the perfect plan that the week does the perfect thing that you've planned, but if you don't have the right psychology, you might still lose.